What's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Sunday. Welcome to another edition of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Longhorn the comedian. Yeah, I'm here. You're here. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for coming in. I hope that you have had a great week, a great weekend. I just hope it was everything that you needed to be, wanted to be, had for it had to have to be. It was good for me. That's what she said. But I just hope everything and everybody's good. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure when you come in, you hit love or like. Hey, Miss Nanette, thank you for stopping by, coming by to see me tonight. Appreciate it. Hey, Charlotte, good to see you. Oh, man, it's been a good week. Today is a special day. Today is Makai's birthday. Yeah, Little Horns. He turned 14 today. Awesome. So happy birthday to Makai. As y'all read on my Facebook page, he's recovering from COVID. So we didn't get a chance to hang out with him and see him. But still, thank y'all for all the love and the get wells. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. He's doing okay. We talked to him and just can't be around him. He's on quarantine. And I got to see two of my granddaughters today. Y'all know how I am about my grandgirls, so I was happy to see that. Got to see two of my daughters today, so I'm happy to do that. I heard from my other daughter yesterday, so I heard from my girls, so I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Oh, and Trey's here. Yeah, my son Trey just got married last weekend. Yeah, he's here. Yeah, so had a good weekend. Yes, did have a very good weekend. Went to do. We had a showcase here in town with Bob Sumner. I know a lot of y'all don't know who Bob Sumner is, but Bob Sumner has launched a lot of careers in the comedy game. Met him about 13 years ago, and gave me a piece of information that was really good. But seeing him, this week, it was really good. Hey, Bob, good to see you. Hey, what's up, Longhorn? Good to see you too. A lot of great talent in St. Louis, and he's going to help somebody make it to the next level. I know he is. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed and toes crossed and prayed up on that as well. Hey, brother James, good to see you, sir. Glad to see you. So we had all that popping off this weekend, and yeah, I'm back on my workout routine. Well, that's kind of cool too. Not going too far too fast, I know I talked on the show one day. I said I'd like to have a 48-inch chest and a 30-inch waist, and then I thought about it. I'd have to buy new underwear, and yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. So anyway, so again, as y'all come in, hit like, hit love. Let me know what you hear. Stop by, stop there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and Izzy's here. August, my granddaughter August. Yeah, she's here. I just have so much fun with that little girl. She is something else. Yes, she is. So, hey, Vincent, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. So, I was telling y'all about. I'm gonna get to the message. I was telling y'all about meeting Bob Sumner or seeing Bob Sumner this weekend, and something that he said to me 13 years ago changed my life, which is the reason for the topic of my show tonight, which is, you're not everyone's cup of tea. Well, I met Bob because I was actually I hosted the event that he had here for a TV show called One Mic Stand, and I was there at the comedy club. I hosted two shows, 40 comics, 20 on one show, 20 on the other show, and still trying to run the comedy club at the same time. Well, I asked Bob, hey Bob, what do you think? And he looked at me, and said, Longhorn, you're a good dude. You're funny, man. You just not black people funny. You just not what I'm looking for right now. You're just not what I'm looking for. Bad. A few other comics from St. Louis made it, went on, did some TV and did some other things, and he helped them to do that. But at the time that he told me that, I was a little taken back or taken aback. I never can say that phrase right. But then the more I thought about it, and I didn't look at it through eyes of I looked at it through a different lens, as they say these days. I understood he helped me because he told me, he said, yeah, you funny, bro, but you're not the funny I'm looking for, which brings us to the topic, not everyone's cup of tea. And of course, the definition of not everyone's cup of tea is um, is, you do not like them or don't, consider them, or something. It's not something that you like or something that you're interested in. And I got that, and which caused me to pull up my big boy pants and move in another direction in comedy. Hence where I'm at now. Because see, I thought since I was black, and yes, some of y'all did not know that. But yes, I am black. I'm black, white, and Choctaw Indian. I'm not enough Choctaw to own a casino, but it is there. So, but I thought since I was black, I was supposed to be doing black comedy. That's where I thought I was supposed to be. But I'm fortunate that my life has been I've lived all over. I've lived in Kansas. I've lived in Texas. I've lived in New Orleans, Tennessee. I've traveled all over the country. I got friends in more nationalities than I can even count. So my life experience was different. And it wasn't my life experience, and my material was not what he was looking for. So I was not that cup of tea. But his words gave me enough room to think clearly. Okay, then what am I going to do? I'm not going to stop telling jokes. So what am I going to do? So what I do? I made my own path. I created my own style of comedy because I didn't take what he said for negative. I took it for an opportunity for me, for me to do something different. Hola, que pasa, brother Greg? Um, you are my Puerto Rican brother. That's right. I am your Puerto Rican brother. So I took that information, and hence here's Longhorn comedy. I put, urban, mainstream, and blue collar because I did start off in urban, but I took it and I created my own style of comedy. But I'm not here to talk about all that. But that's where I got the topic for the show tonight. Because quite honestly, we go through life and we're not everyone's cup of tea. We're not what everyone is looking for. And we look at ourselves and we go, what's wrong with me? Why don't you want me? Why won't you give me the job? Why won't you date me? Why is it that you don't want to talk to me? Why didn't you invite me to the party? Well, you may not be their cup of tea. Maybe that's not the people that you need to be hanging out with. Maybe that's not the direction that you need to be going. Maybe that's not the job that you should be doing. Maybe that information should be something that causes you to look in another direction or to seek another opportunity to do something different. That's how that should be looked at. That's what you do with that. And you don't have to necessarily just call it a negative, just call it information. And take that information and restructure it for you. Now, I see 11 of y'all watching, so man, make sure you hit like, love. Let me know that you've been here. Just show a brother a little love. Yes, I'm begging. Come on, show me a little love. Show me a little love. But everybody's not, and that brings us back to an even simpler phrase. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to love you. And that's fine. That's okay. It's okay because I know. Don't get me wrong. In the comedy scene, I know I got people in the comedy scene here in St. Louis don't like me. I know I got people in the comedy world don't like me. Some do like me. Some do love me, and those are the ones who I put my arms around and I embrace. But I also put my arms around and embrace those that don't care for me, who I'm not their cup of tea. There are people on my day job that's not a big fan of Vernon Davis, but guess what? I put my arms around them and I embrace them. Why? Because you can't necessarily let what one person think of you define you. Just because you're not their cup of tea. So, and then what? And I see so many people, and I will admit, I own it. I used to be one of those people. I would take criticism and I just beat myself up with it. Oh, they don't like me. Oh, they don't want me. Oh, they don't want me around. Oh. And then I finally got to the point where I said, fuck it. Yeah, I said it. And the sooner I said it, I felt so much better about it. And I started looking around and I'm going, this is not the only opportunity. This is not the only path. This is not the only way. There's other ways to be. I had a comic who has a big name in the comedy business tell me I should stop using the name Longhorn, the comedian. I should use my name, Vernon Davis. I don't know why you're using a nickname. Well, because my name is Vernon Davis. So my initials are VD. And comedians are just very bad children that turned up, that grew up and now have a microphone. So I could just hear one of them introduce me, coming to the stage, VD. It would happen. So again, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You're just not. Everybody's not going to want your help. Everybody's not going to want your love. Everybody's not going to want your attention. Everybody's not going to want to help you. And you've got to be okay with that. Because you got two choices in life. You can deal with it or you can deal with it. Now you go Longhorn, that's the same thing. No, it's not. You can deal with it in the negative or you can deal with it in the positive. But either way it goes, you still gonna deal with it. It's just that simple. But how you deal with it is what's gonna make the difference. I remember watching my son play football. I coached Little League football for 11 years, all the way up through the juniors, they called them. 12, 13, 14-year-old kids, Some turned 15 while they were playing me. So these are big kids. I had a couple of kids over 300 pounds. But I remember watching my son, and they used to call him the Texas Tornado when he was a little bitty guy. Anyway, he was I think he's about 13 years old. And he hit this guy, nailed him. Wow! And they both went down. And then they both got up. And what was so interesting about it was, as I'd like to tell people, that was a hard hit. But what was more impressive was seeing them get up. So that's like life. When you find out you're not somebody's cup of tea, it's not how you go down, it's how you get up that makes the difference. It really does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. And you can lay there and wallow in your own self-pity, in your own regret, in your own whatever, or you can move forward. Yeah, Gary Owen, another big name comedian, once said, "I love those who love me." And I have to admit, I have adopted that way of being. I love those who love me. I help those who help me. Well, that's a lie, because I'll help anybody that asks me for help. It's just me. But I do. I love the people who love me. And not all the people that I love are we like-minded. But I believe in accepting a person for who they are and where they are. I believe in accepting them for what they have in their hand. I remember a young lady who I was interested in before my wife. I was interested in her. I really was. And she knew it. But I had lost everything. Literally, when I say everything, I had lost everything to the point where I couldn't pay rent. And she told me, she said, I dig you and I think you're going to be great. So won't you do us both a favor? Come back and see me when you get your weight up. Now, for my Caucasian people that don't know what that means come back and see me when you get yourself together. She wasn't willing to accept me for who I was and where I was. I was not her cup of tea. I was her cup of tea, but I needed a little lemon and sugar in it. And I didn't have lemon and sugar to put in it. So I ended up seeing this woman about a couple of years ago. And we got to talking, and she saw me walk up to my vehicle. She said, "Oh, that's you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I did some tax work for her. I brought it back to her. I was driving a different car. She go, "Oh, that's you." I'm like, oh. I got a third one at the house. Oh, really? And I just looked at it. I said, "Yeah, I finally got my weight up." I wasn't being mad. I mean, I wasn't being mean. You know, Tammy, thank you. I'm gonna put that up on the screen right there. But just because you're not somebody's cup of tea doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you worth any less. It doesn't make you unlovable, unlikable. It doesn't. It makes you who you are. And there's somebody out there that is going to love you, going to appreciate you, going to take you for who you are, and they're going to appreciate it. They're going to appreciate you. They're going to appreciate your talents. They're going to appreciate um, your knowledge. They're going to appreciate if you're a comedian, they're going to appreciate your form of funny. You know, they are. I got to show y'all something if I can get it up here on the screen. Y'all know I've been talking about my son. You know, he got married, him and his beautiful wife and beautiful fiance. And let me see if I can get it up here on the screen. I'm trying to do the share the screen thing. Add share screen, and I want to share that. This is what I want to share right here. Oh shoot, it doesn't. It's not. Sorry, I got too much going on there. They're wearing my t-shirts. Is what's happening. I'm sorry, I changed the subject on y'all. But anyway, my son and new daughter walked through the airport wearing my new t-shirts. That I think I can grab one. Hold on one quick second. Okay. So anyway, that was let me finish up. That was the message, y'all. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. And guess what? That's all right. Just keep being you. That's what I'm gonna ask you to do. So anyway, my son and daughter, they're coming back from their vacation. They went to Mexico for their honeymoon, and they decided to come through the airport wearing Dad's t-shirt. Now, I did this t-shirt like this for a reason. Some people are going to look at it and go, "Oh, I know exactly what that means." And then some people are going to look at it and go, "What the hell is that?" Yeah. If you know what it is, hit like a love or just put a laugh in the chat box. But I did something different. So there you go. All right. So that's my message, man. I've talked a little longer than I normally do tonight. So I'm going to say this as I always do. Well, I'm going to say thank you. That's what I'm going to say. I do always say that. Thank y'all for watching. Don't worry about being somebody else's cup of tea. Be your cup of tea. Somebody else will find the flavor and will appreciate it. I guarantee it. So with that being said, God loves you. I love you. You know I love you. Keep whatever higher power in front of you that you believe in, because you are not flying by yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of yourself. Love them kids. Take care of them kids. Yeah. Last but not least, respect them vets. I'm Longhorn the comedian. God bless y'all. $2.